don't want that.
No.
If all you got is your sexual orientation, you're good in my book. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just realize I'm an ally. That's about it.
Yeah, and I told my third guy friend, like, by the way, if you end up being gay, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm
He was
okay.
like, I'm not gay, but I know you're fine.
I've seen the people you hang out with.
No, I don't really care. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. And I mean, I'd never really been that exposed to it in high school, so it was kind of a shock
Well,
after I left high school. But after, the first month or so, I'm like, okay, I'm cool.
yeah, I know, because most of the time you get people like that, and they're just afraid to be themselves, so they just pretend to be something else.
Where's the term
Um,
I like no encounters.
no encounters of the monster kind.
I can't
That
avoid
are
them,
especially
but
random.
Oh, this isn't Monster, this is Rockstar. I was drinking Monster. I just look for ones that are juice, not, typical. Not bad tasting. Not the best, but not bad tasting. So it was Rockstar Sour that I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. Even though it clearly showed on the shelf that they carried it.
Somebody's got to before you.
Well, no, they stocked the shelves with 2 other flavors, so I think it's just because, well, we don't have this, we're just going to fill it with something else.
Or that.
I've been kind of making Jen take me to different places that I know carry these things that I can't get in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Like, I bought 2 bottles of Tyranny syrup, because you cannot buy that in Canada at all.
It's too exotic.
Well, the only places that have them are coffee shops, and they always order theirs online, so they'll get big shitloads.
Big cases.
Yeah, and
It's much bigger when they send them.
there used to be a coffee shop that used to sell them, but they went out of business. Or didn't go out of business. They sold that particular location,
Oh.
so none of them do. So I was like, okay, I'm really looking for green apple, grapefruit, orange, like something sour and citrusy. Couldn't get it, but I had raspberry, so I got raspberry.
Mix this right.
I think Italian soda with it, and that's a.
Yeah.
I don't know how popular it is down here, and it's just the idea of being able to mix your own, not have it be as sweet.
Yeah, just make it to your own taste instead of overloaded. Yeah, I get it. I don't drink many sodas like I used to, kind of because that I've been weaning myself off of sugar for a while.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the sodas are way too sweet, so are the monsters.
Yeah, and you know what? I've read up on some other things.
Okay. That
Usually, American
area.
sodas have more sugar than Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Job is
No,
to
I've
make
tried Canadian soda. I'm like,
this
this
little
is a
spiraling
lot less
path that goes down.
kick.
Yeah.
They should connect.
See, and that was one of the ones I was just for the dry brand soda.
Right.
We have a store
I had
called
to wind up.
Winners, which I
Well,
think
okay, show you
the
this.
equivalent would be
But-
TJ Maxx.
Okay, yeah. Very helpful.
And sometimes they'll have designer stuff. They'll just grab it, and they have some summery items sometimes that are not clothing. They're kind of impulse buy stuff.
Yeah.
And they had those the dry sodas, and they had the bottled versions.
And in
They
what
had
order,
blood orange,
because you have to do a combination.
lime,
Built that shit.
rhubarb,
I'm hoping
and
that I can get this to work.
vanilla, and lavender.
I like the blood orange. Blood orange, I have to try.
Otherwise, I'll be
I like
stuck
blood
here
oranges.
for a
Those are
while.
like
It's just a criminally inefficient system.
Yeah,
though.
so I got the time.
Luckily,
I was
since I'm
going
only
to
doing the
like
speed
a
run and I already
dinner
have
party thing, and I had to
stuff,
work the next
I
day, so I
don't
wasn't
have
going
to
to drink
I don't make
alcohol, so I
a
wouldn't
whole
want
pack,
some
I
of
just
those.
have
I'm
to
like,
make
oh, these
it.
aren't bad.
Yeah.
And so then I went
There are
to
two doors.
my
That first one,
Winners
I
again,
have
and
to
I
get
bought
that one.
more.
Yeah.
But there's one at the bottom.
But
that
then
you
it's
can
like,
get a ribbon.
after a while I couldn't find them, and I was
And
like,
it's
what's
like one
going
of
on? And then I found out, okay, it's
three
because
places
they were
in here
marking them
that
down
work.
because of summer clearance.
Right.
So I hit every
So-
single
And this
Winners
is the
in my
room.
neighborhood.
Stocking up,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, grabbing anything I could, because my younger brother loved them too. And our favorite actually ended up being the rhubarb one. Which, yeah, I mean, I like things a little bitter, which is probably why I liked it. It's not the strongest tasting one,
Yeah.
but after that, you can't find it because it's not an official thing you can find, except for our London Drugs stores,
Oh.
which only sell lavender. Which to me, that sounds like the most disgusting thing in the world.
Drinking flowers isn't that bad. Rhubarb isn't my favorite because rhubarbs, if you're not careful, can be poisonous.
Oh yeah, I know.
So I'm like, I don't want to drink. No, not that. I won't risk that. Although I'm sure they make it safe. But
Well, I think isn't it just the leaves are what's poisonous with
I
rhubarb?
don't remember. I just remember reading about it because I was like, oh, rhubarb, this is okay, but it tastes kind of funny. And then I was reading up on it, poisonous. Okay.
Pretty sure
that's
it's
all
the
I got.
leaves.
Yeah, because I remember an episode of Modern Family where they were going to eat some rhubarb filling for their pie, and it's like, the rhubarb leaves are extremely poisonous. But yeah,
Yeah.
my grandparents used to grow rhubarb, and that honestly it would be like this big,
Big old bush.
huge stalks of the stuff, and of course you have to add like a buttload of sugar because it's
There's
so
no
bitter.
yeah. There's no sweetness.
No sweetness.
Yes.
Usually you can't find rhubarb flavored anything. It's usually strawberry rhubarb.
Because there's no sweetness. But it looks like one pie. Laxmi's pies.
Somebody say something about pie?
Yes.
I'm talking about strawberry rhubarb pie.
Pie.
Pies.
So wonderful.
But we have cake if you wish for cake.
Oh yeah, we need to have that.
Yeah, we do have
Birthday
cake.
cake.
Yeah. I was holding it earlier.
Sugar rush.
No, that needs to sugar rush. Gotta be careful with that, Cor.
I think it's the C.
It's a comfortable seat.
And this is surprisingly comfortable too.
Yeah, this one is equally comfortable. It's smaller, but as you've noticed, I
in a
slowly.
pompous manner just so I stay awake.
It's when you get your crown, right?
Or a hat.
You,
There are
sir,
some
I like the
hats.
cut of your jib. Now dance for me.
Or get you like one of those like really fancy robes, like a Hugh Hefner one.
That might double as a blanket. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That and that'll give me too much charm. I don't need that. Like a top hat. Top hats are dangerous.
But you look good in them.
That's what makes it dangerous.
We'll get you like a Mountie hat with the antlers. You won't look charming in that.
I'll find a way.
I'll make it look good.
What's happening, baby?
I don't
Just
even know
tape them
when.
to your cat ears.
See, I don't know where the heck she got that.
The moose? I
Yeah.
thought you brought that.
Oh, I did not. She must have bought it when she was up seeing me one of the 3 times she came.
When she was visiting.
Oh yeah. I have no memory of her buying that because it's one of those like stupid animal ones that makes noise. So it probably sings "O Canada." I'm in this game right now.
She's got to go through
I'm having to activate a series of steps to go down that giant hole.
Excuse me.
But in order to do it, I wind up fighting a bunch of battles as I activate stuff in a security system.
Hurt.
Yeah,
The catch.
Are you singing a national song or are you just narrating?
Searching for I don't even know anymore.
Oh,
Pokemon.
Pokemon Canada.
The Canadian Pokemon. Which
Yes.
is a moose. Or a beaver.
It's a stat one. Okay,
That's the
wait, do
closest
they
we
have
could.
a moose Pokemon?
No.
No.
They need to get all
They
that.
had a reindeer one.
They got all kinds of deer.
Yeah. There's like a couple reindeer ones. Stantler's the first. Is the hypnotizing horn one. But I think the seasonal deer might be the best one because it has a winter form. It's kind of like a caribou, but he's totally a deer.
But moose, they're their own breed.
Yeah, they big.
You don't want them in your malls.
No.
Which has happened to people.
Well, she lives in the mountains up in Colorado. One time, there at her house, there was one standing in front of her car, and I don't think she had noticed just yet. I think you would notice the moose. She's like, his butt was about as big as the windshield, and he was just calling. And
you do not. A moose might look like a dumb animal that.
No, you don't.
Whatever.
You
You do not want to mess with a moose.
Yeah.
You move and you get them.
No, she just stayed very still in the car, and he wandered off.
You know,
Looking for love.
there was this news.
Noose.
No, there was this news report, and honestly, if I hadn't seen the video of it, I wouldn't have believed it. I don't know how this happened, but a bear ended up in the middle of downtown Vancouver. And the only way you could get to downtown Vancouver would be to go over a bridge because, like, downtown Vancouver is kind of far from the mountain area because I live kind of more mountain area.
Yeah.
So they don't know how this bear got in the middle of downtown Vancouver, but it was discovered on top of, like, I think a garbage...
A dumpster.
Oh,
Container.
Yeah, he was there, and then, like, they had YouTube videos of, like, people who taken, like, filming of this, and they had to go get, animal control to go and conk this thing out, and it was stuck in a way that they had to, like, pretty much, like, tranquilize it and then get it and then kind of slide it down and get it out. He wasn't a full-grown bear. He was pretty big, though. Probably bigger than Jen, if that's any sort of size. Like,
he was a young buck who probably got kicked out.
Well, they figured maybe he might have been in the garbage. Like, I don't know.
Maybe he's just used to dumpster diving.
Maybe he might have been in a dumpster in North Van or West Van and got dumped in. If that's the case, that poor bear, imagine the trauma he went through because riding around those garbage trucks.
No, I remember there was this one bear that they kept relocating him because he would find human towns and go through their dumpsters, and so they would like knock him out, take him to the middle of some park reserve. He'd find his way back. So they eventually adopted him into one of those wildlife rescues, and he's just living his days out there because he has no intentions of going back to foraging. He's like, no, these things feed me. I'm good.
Yeah, they had two bears in Grouse Mountain that are like that, and they were just cubs that they had found, and they don't know where their moms are. They just ended up kind of randomly. Yeah. So they ended up putting them in there, and the two bears, they're not even the same species of bear. It's like one's like a grizzly bear and the other one's like a brown bear. But they get along fine.
Yeah, if you start them off young, they're cool.
Yeah.
Because I know there was these drug lords got busted, and they had a lion cub, a tiger cub, and a bear cub, all chained together. You know, signs of power. It was like, look at my awesome pets, and they were little babies. And so they rescued the babies, and since the little baby animals were already friends, they just took them to one of those rescue places and kept them in the same thing, because, you know, that's the closest thing you got to family.
It's like those videos you see of like a horse and like a dog or...
Yeah, but, you know, it's a tiger who's acting like a house cat to a bear. Which is a little odd, because, you know, he would have his tail up, he'd go, he'd rub against the bear, and the bear's like, why are you touching me? It was kind of cute. And then the lion, since they're mostly nocturnal, should come out at the end of the day. Kind of
Wait, so lion and a tiger, were they...
And a bear, oh my.
Were the lion and the tiger same gender